After the surprise success of Pitch Perfect 2, Universal is moving ahead with a third film, and The Hollywood Reporter is saying that Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 2 writer Kay Cannon is in negotiations to return to write the third film. It is still uncertain who will direct. The first film was directed by Jason Moore, and the latest one by actress Elizabeth Banks. Dennis, buy or sell Kay Cannon returning to write for Pitch Perfect 3?
I'll buy it. I like the most recent one, Pitch Perfect 2. It wasn't as good as the first one. She wrote both of them. You're not going to mess with that winning formula, especially considering how much money that second one made, and it was a surprise. No one expected that. She's written for 30 Rock as well, and so I think it's a good move. I don't know who should direct it though. I mean, Elizabeth Banks could come back. They could get someone else. I think Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson are not signed on for a third one. I don't think they signed like a multi-picture deal for it because no one expected it to be a franchise. I heard Rebel Wilson was interested in coming back, but with Kendrick's character, I like her as an actress. I don't really care for that character really in those movies, you know. So if she doesn't come back, it's not gonna kill me. Christian?
I buy the fact they're bringing this writer back because, like you said, it's a winning formula. You go with the winning formula. I hope Elizabeth Banks doesn't direct it, actually. I love Elizabeth Banks as an actor. I actually thought her directing was the weakest part of the whole second movie. I didn't love the second movie. I thought it could have been a lot better, but what do I know? I mean, look how much money it made. So they'll get Rebel Wilson back for sure. I agree with you. They don't necessarily need Anna Kendrick because of even what they did with Haley Steinfeld, that she could even kind of go that direction if they needed it. And then Rebel Wilson could play like a legacy and come back and whatever they want to do. But this writer, yeah, it makes sense. You bring back someone who knows the characters, is rich in the world. So it makes sense.
Mark?
Yeah, I'll buy her coming back. I think you got to Force Awakens this thing, where I think you got to have Rebel Wilson and Anna Kendrick in there to some degree to bring in the new cast. I think because in Pitch Perfect 2, one of the original cast members from the first one was like a camp counselor. In the second one, she had a scene. Maybe that's what Anna Kendrick characters can do. I don't think you can totally get her out of the picture because she is such a big attraction as part of Pitch Perfect. With the success of the second one, I think a sequel is a no-brainer. There should be somebody else directing it. But one of my biggest problems with Pitch Perfect 2, and again, it was fine. I didn't love it, but it was okay, was I just didn't buy that storyline a lot of the times. It seems like one embarrassment leads to this whole other thing that just didn't really make any sense. So hopefully they can rectify that situation. And again, I know that these things go through a lot of hands from the writing to actually who's directing it, but I'd like to see a more believable storyline for Pitch Perfect. I'm not going to have my heart set on it. I just hope it's entertaining like the first one was and the second one kind of was.